in English in case we have English questions. We continue with Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp, who is available for your questions. Gentleman in the first row.
Hello, Mr. Crew. I'm Ali Reza Moharamid from Testing News Agency, Iran. You start a very strong Premier League, and you have a very important game with Chelsea in Super Cup. Liverpool fans' dream is champions in Premier League. You think if you champion in Super Cup is very strong, continue Premier League for champions or no?
Oh, if I would know that, that would help. But if I would know about the influence of one game on all the other games, but winning football games always help. Always help. Winning titles is what everybody's asking us for, so it helps as well. But it has nothing to do with the start in the Premier League. I think our start was absolutely okay. We played a good game against Man City, gave them a proper game, which is difficult enough against them. So we could draw the game, lost in penalties, and now we won 4-1 against Norwich with a very strong first 60 minutes and a less strong last 30 minutes. That's how it is. But now tomorrow night's different competition. Everything is different. Everything is prepared for a final, obviously. So we have to make sure that we are ready for a final. We have to make a few decisions about lineups, stuff like this. That we, can be kind of a little bit unpredictable for the opponent as well, because we don't know how they play. Why should they know how we play? And especially in the early stages of the season. So we are here. Everything is prepared. Let's go.
Gentleman in a green shirt.
Hello, I will ask the Turkish. Gökmen Arıcı'nın Fanatik Gazetesi.
Gökmen from Fanatic Newspaper. Before the match, everybody believes Liverpool is going to win. Does this situation affect your players in terms of focusing or concentrating? That's my question.
Actually, I didn't know that everybody expects us to win. So so far we could avoid that information until you told me. And yeah, absolutely nothing, no problem for us what people think around us. We respect Chelsea a lot, and we saw the game against Manchester United. And if you only saw the result, then you have no idea how the game was, because the game was really, they played a good game. They had a few changes, have a new manager, lost Eden Hazard, brought in Christian Pulisic, brought in all the young boys like Abraham and Mason Mount and stuff like this. Really interesting team, good plan. Frank did an outstanding job last year at Derby. Changed the football there. It was in a championship, but the football playing side, being successful is really difficult, but he did it. It was unlucky at the end against a strong Aston Villa team not to get promoted, but now he's at Chelsea, his club. Everything is fresh. Everybody will be ready. Everybody will be on their toes. It's the first title they can win together. They will be 100% ready, and we have to make sure that we are ready as well. But what people think before the game is not important. Everything what doesn't help you in the game, we have to ignore. And that's what we do actually.
Gentleman in the black shirt, here in the middle.
Okay. This is Morsa Pichka from Gold Daily Newspaper. For Liverpool, last season was too long, and the pre-season was very pressure with you. And you didn't buy a new player during the transfer window, a big player, I mean. But you started a new season powerful. What did you do during this day and organization this challenge? Because the mentality of your player is a question for us.
What is the mentality?
The mentality and the form of the player, because the pre-season was a pressure and the last season was too long, and you didn't.
That's a challenge for all of us. We are not the only club who had that problem. So, but when I get asked, then I answer the question. So it was a difficult pre-season, not only for us but for us as well. So, and you never know exactly how it will work out then, especially in the games of the season, and I was really happy about the game against Man City, because first half obviously we had some problems, not too many but some, against City, which is completely normal because they are so strong, but second half we were really there, and that was an important sign for us. Physically we are there now, we are exactly where we want to be. That's not at 100%. We'll have that probably September, October, or whenever. But that's again for all the teams the same. Yeah, and all the rest is no problem. We won one competition last year. That's all. How could we change our mentality or whatever? We are there. This team is built for being successful, and that's what we try to do. And tomorrow night is another chance for us. For me, it was very important that we showed in the Man City game that we went really there to win the game, and that was obvious. A bit more luck in that game, we could have won it. Yeah, we had the bigger chances, especially close to the full-time whistle. We had a really big one. And so now tomorrow we have to prove that again. That's it. And if people really think that Chelsea is not a real challenger, then I can't help these people, because you have only to watch at the team what they have. They are really strong and young and fresh, and everything is exciting in the moment because Frank is there, new, the club legend, and only to make his own, to make himself a name, and as a manager what will happen 100%, like you could see that immediately when he took over at Derby and now doing the job at Chelsea. So it will be really interesting, and for us it's a really important game tomorrow night, because we don't have to play any other game tomorrow night. That's the only one, and so we are completely focused on that. And I said, hopefully everybody can see that.
Second row.
Roy Jankelov, it's iSport. Good evening, Mr. Klopp. Istanbul is a special place for Liverpool. Do you feel that this vibe will be with you tomorrow night as well? And do you expect to reach the final, which will be hosted in Istanbul as well at the 2020?
I know about the special importance and what a special place Istanbul is for every Liverpool supporter. Of course, 2005 is nobody will forget that anymore. So that's good. But we are different people. Unfortunately, we are not the same. We are now the team 2019-20, and that's a pretty good one as well. Istanbul, I think, is always a good place for football, because I played here once with Dortmund, I think, against Galatasaray. The atmosphere was brilliant until we calmed it a bit down with the result, I would say. But that's when I'm right. If I'm right, there's a pretty big community of Liverpool supporters in Istanbul as well, or in Turkey as well. So that makes it special for us. So it's everything like it should be. Apart from the flight, it was 3.5 hours. But apart from that, both teams are here now. We are all fresh. We want to play it, and I hope we can make it a special place for ourselves. And about next year, what can I say? Well, I have no clue about that. Last year, if you would have asked me last year after the Kiev final, the first pre-season games of that, if I think we are in the final again, I would have probably said I don't think so. But we were there anyway. So if there's any chance, which we'll try. But if not, then somebody else will win it. That's how it is.
So we'll go in the first row here, gentleman in blue shirt.
Hi Jurgen, do you expect Dejan Lovren to leave the club in the coming weeks?
No idea.
Is he out of this trip with illness, or
Yeah.
is that transfer related?
No, it's because he's ill. So we will see.
Yes.
What happens in general, not only this.
Hi, Jan Fjorter from VS7. There is a lot of talk of the players having a short holiday, how fresh they are now, but are you more worried how fresh they are coming November, December, January? And if so, what do you do to plan for that?
No, I'm not worried about this year at all, or the full season. I'm worried about the future. That's how it is. If you do it always the same way, that's now that that's the problem. It's not about 1 year. We have no problem with freshness or physicality at all in the moment. It's all about if you do exactly the same all the time, then something has to change, because that doesn't work. You cannot always push the guys through with another tournament in the summer and another short preseason and another bummer. Doesn't work. And there's one point, and I think I'm not sure if I'm the only one who's talking about it. I'm probably a couple of coaches talk meanwhile about it because it's an important thing. It's difficult even as a football manager to find somebody who you can talk to and who is responsible for it. Because everybody can always say, no, that's him, no, that's him, that's the FIFA, that's UEFA, that's the Premier League and stuff like that, that's the Bundesliga, and you think, okay. All these guys have to sit together on a table and have to make sure that this wonderful game can be played by these sensational players of this generation at the moment in their best shape. And so I'm not at all worried about this year or whatever, or about this season. So it's more about the long-term future, to change something, that there will be no bad influence in the future. That's it.
Gentleman in the back.
Jurgen Klopp, hello. Robin Adams here from TRT World Turkey. Welcome to Istanbul, first of all.
Thank you.
We've seen a lot of fans outside, traveling fans from Iran, from Jordan, across the Middle East. I know a lot of fans who've traveled from Cape Town, South Africa, my hometown. Could you give us a sense of the importance, please, of traveling fans, especially when they're roaring your team to life to another potential European trophy?
Oh, it'll make a big difference between traveling fans and home fans, to be honest. So we have, I think we did, if anybody has the chance to go to Anfield, you should do. It's a pretty special place. If you don't have the chance, then it's like it is on the US tour, or like it was on the US tour as well. That a lot of people coming from all different countries, closer to USA. And now we are here, and obviously a bit close to the Middle East, so that's why the people are coming from there. It's brilliant. We are open for all of them, I think. So I said a couple of times, I'm not on social media, but around after Champions League final, as Mr. McCann sent me a lot of videos from all the different countries, where how the fans celebrated, and they were all over the world. So that was really one of the nicer moments in my life, to see what it meant to all these people, and if they now have the opportunity to see us here, yes. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and hopefully they can create a really special atmosphere tomorrow night. That would be helpful, because I've said it now a few times, we need help tomorrow against Chelsea, because they are strong, and we have to be strong as well, and whoever wants to help is invited.
We'll take 3 more questions. Lady in the first row here, then the gentleman in a blue jacket, and then gentleman with the glasses in the back.
Hello, Jurgen. Jane Diggle from BBC. The female referee tomorrow night and her 2 assistants. Obviously, this is making history, the first time that women have taken charge of a man's match in Europe. Are you concerned that they may face more scrutiny because of their gender, and that this might be an issue in their performance?
Oh no. Well, my answer would be, finally, I think it's time that it happens. So that's how it is. I have not a lot of experience with women referees. In Germany, Bibi Steinhauser is doing it, and it took a while until she was considered, not by the professionals, more by the referees, to be ready. And meanwhile, she's settled. So that's really good, and I'm really happy that we can be part of that historical moment. I think there's so many things in the world out there which we are still obviously not smart enough to make the right decision. So that's a very, very smart decision, that we finally can bring a woman to be a referee of a very, very important game, and a big game, in front of millions of people. And we all, I'm pretty sure, with all the emotions involved and stuff like this, in the moment I can say, I'm really sure we all try to help tomorrow night, not to make it more difficult than the game itself is anyway. So I will show my best face if possible. Otherwise my mom would be angry about me. So, and that's normal. So it's the first one, so maybe it makes it a bit more special, but I hope it's not the last one. That's all I can say.
Good evening, Mr. Klopp. My name is Darwan, newspaper Kursat. What's your opinion about Jose Mourinho's speech that he sees Liverpool as favorite to win Premier League? Mane has returned back to you. What's your opinion? Thank you.
Jose Mourinho said that when? 2012 or what? I didn't hear it, and it makes no sense to talk about things somebody said I didn't hear. So if he said it, yeah, then it's his opinion. And as much as I'm concerned, I think we live in a free world, so he can say his opinion, and that's it. That doesn't help us or doesn't disturb us. It's just an opinion from a very, very successful manager, obviously. But how I said, I don't know if he really said it or in which circumstances. So I think the favorite for the Premier League is pretty clear. So there's no problem with that, and we have to fight to be around them. If we are around them, we try everything to beat them. And if that happens, then we will talk about it, not before that.
Last question.
The man with the glasses. Where is the man with the glasses?
There, in the last row. It works just
yes. Hi.
Eren Tutal, bir gün newspaper. You had the first European title of your career last season. Will your priority this season be the Premier League?
Unfortunately, I'm not good enough to to decide that. I have to take what I can get. So that's how it is. So, we did decide last year we go for the Champions League and ignore the Premier League, obviously. So we just try to win the next football game. That's tomorrow night, and that is difficult enough. But I cannot make. Sorry, I'm not genius, so I have to take what I can get. Last year, thankfully, we got something. Celebrated it. Now let's carry on.
Mr. Klopp, thank you very much.
Thank you. See you.
For you who would like to attend the Liverpool training, please do the same procedure that we did with the Chelsea before. Just step outside and wait for the volunteers.